Hello and welcome to the Discussions Panels podcast. I'm going to make this a weekly thing, so it'll be posted every Monday. And well, this is going to be about a little bit about me and my struggles with life and mental health. It's going to be talked about subjects that some. It's going to be hard. It will be hard. It's hard for me. I mean, this is like the fourth time I've tried to do this now. Some interruptions have stopped me, and also other things too. But a little bit about me. I was born in England. Both my parents are from Scotland. Both my parents had a hard life. My dad was in a children's home with his sister because their mother caught TB, and so she had to be treated, and there was nobody else to look after the kids, so they had to be put into the home. My mum came from a rough end of Glasgow. There was family problems, and my gran had to bring both. All but yeah, my gran had to bring her 5 children up by herself. My I didn't have such a great childhood. Mine was a bit chaotic. It wasn't a bad childhood, but it wasn't great neither. You got to remember, all my family are from Scotland and lived in Scotland, and we lived in England. So we didn't have the chance of family being there for us if we needed them. My As I got older, going through the schooling system, I got bullied a lot at school. I had a gang of 5 or 6 people of my age trying to beat me up. Also had another person who used to chase me around. Another 3 people used to chase me around, pin me up against the wall, and try to punch me as much as they could. I never went to school. Hardly went to school. Wasn't like I was stupid or. In fact, when I went to go to school, when I caught up with the classes, I got put into the bottom class because I didn't do my coursework because I wasn't going to school, so they put me in the bottom classes. But I caught up with them, and I got some of the best test results for that class between the 4th and 5th year, which is the 2 end of years, and the end of school years. So, but I took a job and I was washing dishes for the army. That's what my first job was a pot basher. Yeah, just wash the pots and yeah. But I ended up getting sacked from that job. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's a thing. I Loads of people get sacked from their jobs. I think is the sort of thing, not something that I would recommend now, but it's something that happened. But I ended up also getting married really, really young and stupidly young, and it was a stupid move to get married. So I ended up getting married there, and that ended. That did end. That ended. I've done some stupid things, some things I'm not proud of, but it is what it is, and I can't change history. I wish I could change history. That'd be so cool, but I obviously can't. But there's something I'm not proud of doing. So I knew it was for me to leave, for me to change, for me to grow. So I moved and ended up living in. I ended up moving to Scotland. I hitchhiked it all the way from where I lived to Scotland, which is like going from where I lived to Berlin. And that took me 27 hours too. There was 3 lorries and 2 cars and a pervert. Yeah, that was a scary one. I'll go into that one later. That was scary, but wow. Yeah, I recommend anybody hitchhiking. Don't get me wrong, it's an experience, but my so and when I lived in Scotland, I lived there for a couple of years, and I picked up an award. I got involved in youth work. I got involved in my local youth forum. I was a member of the local youth forum. I was also a member of the Glasgow Youth Forum, and also I got involved as a member of the Commonwealth Youth Forum, helping to set up the Year of the Commonwealth in 1997. I was part of that, and I helped to set that up. So when my time was up in Glasgow, because sometimes you do end up running out of time. So when the time was ended up, I moved back home, and I lived with my parents. And but house prices and waiting lists down here are absolutely nomical, and so I stayed with my parents again, and me and my dad clashed. My dad used to actually pick on me because I wasn't the blue-eyed boy, I wasn't the army boy, I wasn't the soldier like my brother. I want done my own thing. That's what I'd like to do. So he used to pick on me. Then I had enough, and I come home from pub drunk, and he used to start shouting. I took him into the kitchen and said, "See this face?" He said, "Yep." Said, "Give me your best shot. Hit me with your hardest shot, because I'm telling you what. If I get back up, when I get back up again, not if, when I get back up again, and you're gonna take another one, I'm gonna make sure you regret it." In other words. And you said, "I don't want to hit you." I said, "Well, this is what you're doing." And I was in tears. It broke my heart. It really did break my heart. And that anybody's got to say this to their dad. Anybody. So that sort of quieted it down for a little bit. Then it all started up after an argument. Maybe I was in the wrong too. Probably more likely I was in the wrong, but we ended up having an argument, and he shoved me out of the living room, and he slammed the door right in my face. He really did. So I rattled the door. I punched the door as hard as I could, and he came out and started pushing me. And when people talk about the red mist thing, the red mist, I've got the red mist. Well, I'll tell you what, the red mist is true. Because he pushed me, and I took a stumble back. And and I seen that mister. I said, "Right, I'm going to replace words, but you'll get the meaning." I'm said, "You ducking little flump." And I picked him up off the ground and threw him 2 or 3 foot. And I said to him, "I told you not to push me." My brother came, because my brother left the army by then, and he was living at my parents again. He came down and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I went, "I'll take both of you on outside." I just had enough of the bullying. I had enough of bullying. I had enough of bullying from my brother. I had enough of bullying my dad. They were like peas on a pod in that way. They thought themselves better than me. And I just said, "Right, I'll take you two in the garden, and I'm going to beat the crap out of you," basically. My brother-in-law stepped in, because he was in the house at that time. He stepped in and said, "Whoa, 1-on-1's fair, not 2-on-1." I said, "I don't care. I don't care if I get beat. These two will learn not to take me on again." And that happened. And my dad stormed in. My mum said, "It's either him or me." And my mum said, "I'll pick my boy over you in time." And the reason why is that I seen a couple of times my dad hitting my mum. He had her up against the wall, and he was sitting there slapping her, and I done this when I was 15, 16. Wasn't in my 20s like the time I threw him. So when I was a really, really wimpy guy. I was really skinny, and I just pushed my mum out of the way, and I said, I said to my dad, "Don't fucking hit my mum." And he had me up against the wall, and he started punching me and hitting me. He wasn't shy in using hands, neither when he was a children or the belt or the slipper. He used to My dad used to hit me till I pissed himself, basically. Uh, yeah. So, um, like I said, my childhood, there was bad times, but there's also good times too. So I don't want to make it a thing like it was all bad. It was just chaotic, and that's the argument. I'm going back to the argument. I picked my dad up and threw. Yeah, that sort of stops it. But it sort of breaks you when you come to that point in life. It, you know, something broke inside me. I really did. I think there's something broke inside me then. It made me proud that I stood up for myself. Don't get me wrong, but it broke me. Something broke me, and it just didn't work out. A couple a year later, my dad left my mum after 30 or 40 odd years of marriage to find love on the internet. So by that time, I was a chef. I was moving around. I moved around. I lived in different places. I lived in the Isle of Arran in Scotland, and I lived in a place called Ripley. But I remember my friends found out that he's done that. But things like that happen, and they break you. They don't break you. They build up. It's a build up. It's a mental build up, and whether you can take it or not. That's the thing, and I ended up struggles. I ended up with my own struggles. I sometimes I don't know how to say this. I really can't. So I'm not going to say it because it would sound wrong. But my behavioural patterns. I struggle with my behavioural patterns. I haven't done anything illegal or anything wrong like that. It's just how I perceive feelings, and these things build up into something else. I just can't really explain it. I really, really can't. So, because I can't explain it, I'm going to leave this point there, and I'm going to do the other parts. It's going to be like this. It's going to be like 13, 14 minutes long, and the other parts too. But this is something I'd like people to talk about. If this could help anybody, or anybody's interested, if you can like, subscribe, or share, or just share, or talk. This is not what this channel is about. I just thought it would be helpful if people can listen to other people's my story, and if I can help one person, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be fantastic? Wouldn't just to let know one person that other people feel the same like they do, or near enough the same as they do. If they feel alone, that people are there for them. They're not alone in this world. There's going to be somebody there to help them. I think it just that little bit of it's hard. It's hard in life. Things are hard. If I can make things a little bit better for somebody, that'd be brilliant. Okay. Well, guys, like I said, this is going to be a weekly thing. So next Monday I'll post the other parts to this, and we'll take it from there. And if you, I don't know what to say now. I feel like I'm going over and over again, and I don't really want to be that type of person. But this is like the fourth or fifth time I've had to do this. I had one all set out. It was like 20 minutes long, and it's hard. But hopefully we'll talk about more of this in part 2. So if you like this, please give me a like, or even comment. That'd be so great. Well guys, look, you have a blessed day wherever you are in the world. You have a good day, and please take care of yourselves. And also, if you listen to this, thank you very much. Well, you take care, guys. Alright, speak to you soon. Bye.